When I was in college, one of my teachers told me, when done right, nothing in art is an accident. Officially speaking, Luca is a movie about friendship and adventure. Although a lot of the people on the internet have, since Luca's release, taken Luca to be a queer allegory, citing his appearance as a metaphor for his sexuality, an interpretation that has been officially refuted by the director, Enrico Casarosa, stating that Luca is strictly about platonic friendships. And I have to agree with him. As much as I would like to see Disney do a coming-of-age queer realization movie, I think Luca is unmistakably about something else entirely.
You just sit on it, and it takes you anywhere you want to go. In the whole stinking world.
Vespa is freedom.
I think this pandemic is the best time that Luca could have come out. A time when we are all confined in our homes. And not because of how it is releasing, but because of the message it carries.
Why do you want a Vespa again?
Oh, because it'll be amazing. Every day, me and Alberto are gonna ride someplace new.
Set in the 1950s Italy, Luca is a quintessential fish out of water story. Literally. Now let me make this clear. Almost every story has a fish out of water element to it. Character growth requires going out of the comfort zone. But a fish out of water story isn't about the adversity a protagonist faces in a new environment, but a way for us to see that environment through a new lens. The way we see the character as something foreign to us, the character sees something foreign in us that makes us take another look at ourselves. So Luca is a sea creature / monster living on the shore of an Italian town, with a strong aspiration of breaking the surface one day. Now, it is no secret that Pixar films are life lessons wrapped in fun, entertaining movies. And in the same vein, Luca is pure metaphor, about our need to explore what lies beyond. At the beginning, Luca is a dutiful son, doing what is asked of him, until a chance encounter with the film's second protagonist, Alberto, who is much more of a maverick than he is. From there on, he makes his way to the surface with the help of his new friend to discover all that the surface has to offer. It is ironic to note that the movie itself was made from home by all the artists in the captivity of the pandemic itself, where I think a lot of the neoliberal anxieties of this movie come from. See, neoliberalism is the political ideology of letting the economy stay as unregulated from the government as possible. Popularized by Reagan, this ideology has seen legs all over the world and effects to all of us.
Our aim is to increase our national wealth so all will have more. Not just redistribute what we already have, which is just a sharing of scarcity.
Of course, the result of such a policy in the middle of the pandemic was a massive wealth gap as millions fell into poverty while the billionaires gained trillions as they escaped off to their private islands, while a majority of the population was confined to their small apartments, just looking at the horizon. In this way, the movie acts like a fish out of water storyline to ask us to take a look at ourselves as a society. It isn't an invitation to break COVID protocol, but to see how privilege changes people. All of us have the same call of adventure inside us, and in a neoliberal society, only some can fulfill it, while people who live at the margins of society actively discourage themselves from dreaming.
The world is a very dangerous place, Luca. And if I have to send you to the bottom of the ocean to keep you safe, so be it.
You don't know what it's like up there.
I know you.
I think in this way their appearances work as a signifier of their place in the social strata, the same way that smell works as a signifier of the class divide in Parasite, giving away their real identity.
똑같다. 둘이 냄새가 똑같아.
Water gives away their identity. They're not people meant to be out exploring. They're meant to be working. Luca is far from the first Pixar movie to wrestle with these anxieties, but I think it does it well. No wonder it is based in Italy, a country that values leisure time in comparison to a country like USA, that values productivity over human experience. The movie also uses symbols and motifs to externalize these ideas. The Vespa, for example, literally called Vespa e Libertia, the Vespa of liberty, acts as a symbol of freedom for both Luca and Alberto. For them, the Vespa isn't just owning a shiny piece of cultural validation, but a means for them to explore the world. The real villain of the movie isn't the bully with the harpoon, but the idea of never leaving his work.
Sure, there's no sunlight, but there's nothing to see anyway. Although, it's just you and your thoughts.
Anti-neoliberal literature isn't anti-capitalist, it is anti-worker exploitation. It's the idea that we don't kill ourselves working, that there's a balance to everything we do. Pixar has 22 rules of storytelling that they apply to every movie. And the 14th rule, why you must tell the story, applies here the most. We don't need to tell a story like this in a world that isn't suffering the consequences of rampant capitalism. Luca reads as an allegory for our present day, a time when we're experiencing less and less opportunities to leave our work and actually go outside, where vacation times are getting shorter and convulsing into concepts such as microcations, staycations, and workations. In a time when the generational wealth gap is increasing as well, leaving the younger generation less money to actually fulfill those dreams. The director Enrico Casarosa even adds himself at one point to make this point clear.
You want to run off like your buddy Enrico? Well, because I've got news for you. He's either dead or he's out there somewhere, seeing the world.
The answer to all of this is, of course, political change that actually works in the interest of the working class. In the end, Luca is just a movie about adventure and friendship. But as all Pixar films do, it acts like life lessons for both kids and adults, about our need of exploration. In the end of the movie, they give up their pursuit of world exploration for another kind of exploration: education.
Well, let's go fix up our Vespa.
Yeah, about that. Crazy thing. I might have sold it.
Another thing one of my teachers told me was that you can never judge art objectively, but only by how it makes you feel, subjectively. And what Luca makes me feel is a great sense of adventure. I hope when this pandemic is over and we're all back outside, we have a new appreciation for all that the world has to offer, and a newfound desire to explore all of it.